Wink News has complete live team coverage of subtropical storm Alberto. Reporter Chris Grisby is at Hickory Island Beach Park checking on rough waters there as people head out this holiday. But we begin with meteorologist Scott Zediker. Meanwhile, in Cape Coral, people stopped by here, the Military Museum, to honor our lost heroes. The museum's on Leonard Street, and there was a special flag ceremony and other events throughout the day. And the Collier County Veterans Council hosted its annual ceremony. Many people came out to the Naples Memorial Gardens at the Hodges Funeral Home to remember those who lost their lives fighting for our country. Many young people in our community helped out too. Palmetto Ridge Middle School band members played music while the Boy Scouts led the crowd in the Pledge of Allegiance. Congressman Francis Rooney was also there.
And it's a good reminder that freedom is never free. It wasn't free when we started the country, our founders, and it's not free right now. We have fellow American patriots dying and fighting in several places around the world to protect us as we speak.
And the USA Freedom Kids, or more commonly known as the USA Freedom Girls, which is a dancing group in Naples, they also perform. Well, new this hour, neighbors are furious. Surveillance cameras captured a group of vandals smashing the windshield of a brand new car. The victims say the crooks also knocked down mailboxes in their Cape Coral neighborhood. And Wink News reporter Taylor Brasacki is live in Cape Coral where she spoke with the people who own that car. Taylor, new at 5, a car smashes right into a family's home. Just look at this major damage left behind. We're talking to neighbors who rushed in to help tonight at 5 o'clock. A veteran in Southwest Florida's largest city is working to make sure our nation's heroes from every state are honored this Memorial Day. Luis Ruiz is a Vietnam veteran, and he's lining his home in Cape Coral with stars and stripes. Wink News reporter Brooke Schaefer spoke to him today about the work he's doing to honor our nation's heroes. And while today we honor those who have given their lives, Ruiz says it's important to remember the veterans who are still living. He hopes everyone will do that and do what they can to stand up for veterans' causes. Only on Wink, for veterans coming back from serving their country, it can be a tough transition, but a foundation in Southwest Florida is helping with that problem.
It gets me out of my own head. It can be a dangerous place.
I had the chance to join this group of veterans a week ago for a special trip to help make them all feel a little better.
I was in Vietnam in 1969 to 70. Being 18 years old, it was somewhat of a shock.
Peter Metcalf is a Vietnam veteran.
We came home when we were spit on and treated like criminals.
When he got home from the war, he took a liking to boating and being out on the water. But a devastating diagnosis changed his ability to do that.
This diagnosis and the whole world turned upside down.
He's living with ALS, but with help from the Freedom Waters Foundation in Naples, he's able to get back to doing what he loves.
And for someone who loved being able to go out on the water before his ALS diagnosis, this trip is a big help.
I wanted to see people smile.
Deborah Frankel is the founder and executive director of Freedom Waters Foundation, the group that invited these vets and their families on a trip to relax.
This gives them an opportunity to just feel safe with their brothers or sisters who they served with.
And Joseph Ziegler is one of the younger veterans making the most of this trip.
Freedom Waters does a lot of great things to help vets. It's my second time being out with them, and they do a great job.
Something Metcalf's wife is thankful for.
We live life one day at a time and one foot in front of the other.
A mantra she and Peter live by every day.
It's just nice to be out, nice to be able to get out.
And the Freedom Waters Foundation improves the lives of people with special needs in addition to veterans. We've included a link to get involved with this story in the Wink News app. An officer violently punches a woman on the beach, and it's all caught on camera. This all started because of alcohol. The woman the officer is hitting says she had an unopened bottle of alcohol and she's under 21. The police department says she then spit on the officer and refused to identify herself. 2 officers are on administrative duty while prosecutors investigate this fight. The woman was arrested for assaulting an officer. Well, slacklining is difficult, so imagine doing it in heels. That's what 4 courageous women did. This is new video from a terrifying competition in China. Oh my gosh. They walked almost 300 feet, that's the length of a football field, on a rope that's more than 4,200 feet in the air. It's almost a mile. A woman from France won the competition while an American came in last.
With heels on.
Could you do that?
No. I don't even know if I would attempt it. That is amazing. Good for them, I guess, right?
Wow,
that's
very
scary
impressive.
stuff. Well, bringing one of our nation's heroes home to rest after 75 years.
I just never thought this day would come.
How his family finally got his remains to give him the honor he deserved. Still to come on Wink News at 4. Firefighters cut through a washing machine to save a young boy here. Look at this video. A mother called the firefighters after her 4-year-old climbed into the washing machine. Chinese firefighters were able to get him out after about 20 minutes of sawing through it.
All new, cutting down on...
Fresh conflict of interest for the White House. China has approved 13 Ivanka Trump trademarks in the last 3 months and is granting provisional approval for 8 more. The most recent approval came from China yesterday. Ivanka Trump and her father have filed for trademarks in dozens of countries. Critics say foreign powers could try to use valuable intellectual property rights to curry favor with the White House.
Now, from Southwest Florida's news leader, this is Wink News at 5.
Well, Alberto has made landfall and people in the Panhandle are feeling its effects right now. The storm came near Panama City just a few hours ago, and it's continuing north into Alabama. Here you can see what it looks like live on the radar screen. Wink News' The Weather Authority and Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell has the latest on the storm's path. And the storm is not in Southwest Florida, but beachgoers are dealing with some rip currents. Now officials are warning you to be careful if you get into the water. Let's get right to Wink News reporter Chris Grisby. He's live at Little Hickory Island Beach Park with the details. President Trump's legal team says he should refuse an interview with special counsel Robert Mueller. Attorney Rudy Giuliani says the president's team should first be allowed to review the classified information shared with top lawmakers about the origins of the Russia investigation. Giuliani says their Mueller probe is tarnished and the Trump campaign was improperly spied on. Democrats say the president and his supporters are pushing a false narrative to discourage the Mueller probe. Also happening tomorrow, we should find out if the accused ZombieCon shooter is competent to stand trial. Jose Bonilla has a motions hearing. The 22-year-old was ordered to get a mental evaluation. He's charged with second-degree murder and 5 counts of aggravated assault for the 2015 attack in downtown Fort Myers. He has pleaded not guilty. Wink News is the Weather Authority, and hurricane season is just a few days away as we get closer and closer to June 1st. We all remember the scenes like this one, empty shelves at stores as people scrambled for supplies ahead of Irma. And the time is now to stock up on emergency supplies before it gets too late. Wink News reporter Hannah Vogel is live with an easy way to do just that. The Nebraska State Patrol seized nearly 120 pounds of the drug fentanyl. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration says that's enough to kill 26 million people. This bust is the largest ever in Nebraska and one of the largest in the United States. The drugs were found during a routine traffic stop last month on Interstate 80. A daring rescue caught on camera. Just look at this. Watch as this man reaches up and rescues a baby dangling over this ledge. It happened over the weekend in Paris. The hero climbed the front of the apartment building to save the child, and now people are calling Mamadou Gassama French Spider-Man. He met with the French President Emmanuel Macron earlier today, and he's originally from Mali. He'll be granted French citizenship. Caught on camera, an encounter between a Little Caesars employee and a masked attacker. A man wearing a clown mask went after the employee with some bizarre weapons, a wooden post and a pair of scissors. The wild encounter ended in gunfire, and Wink News reporter Amanda Castro explains. Well, it's your money, and scammers aren't taking a holiday this Memorial Day. From hitting you at the gas pump to targeting your mailbox, crooks are out in full force. Here's a look at some of their latest tricks.
Pat Slavin dropped off a check in her local collection mailbox. A few weeks later, she was shocked to see what her banking statement showed.
When I saw this check online, I went, that handwriting's too neat. I didn't write that.
Pat was the victim of a scam.
So yeah, this is the mailbox.
The check was stolen from the mailbox, bleached and rewritten for twice the amount.
Data show that everyone, irrespective of age, gender, has the potential to be scammed. And like everything else, scams have moved into the digital space.
The latest scam hitting mobile phones? Smishing. You get a fake text saying there's a problem with something like your bank account. If you respond to the text, they'll know the number is viable and may contact you to get more personal information.
Never click on a link in an email or a text without first confirming that it is from somebody you trust. And if you get a phone call from someone asking for information and it sounds even remotely fishy, hang up.
Next up, shimmers, a thin card-sized gadget that scam artists install on ATMs or gas pumps that have chip card readers.
ATMs installed at a bank tend to be a lot safer than the kind you might find at a convenience store, which can be so much more easily tampered with.
And then there's tech support fraud. Your computer freezes and a pop-up tells you to immediately call for tech support. You're then connected to a fraudulent technician who might ask for remote access to your device. Consumer Reports says do not click on any suspicious pop-ups and never give remote access to your device to anyone you don't know and absolutely trust. As for Pat Slavin, she got all her money back by filing a police report, staying persistent, and following up with her bank. Channing Frampton, Wink News Now.
2 puppies found under a pile of trash in really bad shape, just 4 months old. These German Shepherds are sisters. Rescuers in California say one's foot had been cut off. The other suffered a broken jaw.
The bone is broken on both sides. The jaw is hanging completely down, open. She can't close her mouth. It's incredibly infected. The smell is horrible. And, you know, she hasn't been able to eat or drink anything, so she's skin and bones. You could tell she's in shock. She's in pain.
Now, investigators don't know yet if this was abuse or unintentional. Meanwhile, a veterinarian is taking care of the puppies. Well, on this Memorial Day, maybe you're thinking to yourself, I really should do more to help people. Several Southwest Florida charities have a big need for volunteers right now. And Wink News reporter Christy Gross explains why that need is so great and how you can lend a helping hand.
A car rattles homeowners as it slams into their house.
Plus, an expensive ride damaged in the Cape.
Young gentleman was hanging on the side of the truck, jumps off, runs up our driveway, whales the car windshield, and then jumps back on to the side.
And this surveillance camera helped investigators track down the bat-wielding crook wanted for more crimes.
And honoring our heroes on Memorial Day, Southwest Florida remembers the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving in our military.
Wink News, the Weather Authority.
Well, this is the disturbance that's keeping people on alert in the Florida Panhandle right now. But there's also a rip current alert that's right here in Southwest Florida. This is a live look at Sanibel. Look how churned up the Gulf of Mexico is right now. Pretty rough waves.
Yeah, and Wink News is the Weather Authority. First responders showed Wink News reporter Chris Grisby how to survive a rip current. But let's start with Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell on where the storm's heading.